Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Immigration USA. In this video, we're going to talk about the migrants in New York City. Apparently, they're getting a great deal that no one can get, even US citizens. The New York City Mayor Eric Adams is giving the migrant $13 a day on a preloaded, prepaid credit card so they can buy the necessities. And on top of that, they're getting SNAP, so it's a different card. SNAP is a card where you can get only food, but the $13 a day is just for necessities. So it's a great deal for these people. I mean, they're very lucky though. I wish I was there and get those kind of benefits. In the meantime, people in the US citizens, homeless that are US citizens, and veterans, they're not getting that kind of treatment, right? And also legal residents, and also undocumented immigrant has been in the US for so many years, and they've been working and paying taxes. They're not getting that kind of deal either. So you go to New York City right now and you ask for those prepaid card, they're going to tell you not eligible, right? Because you're not a migrant that come across the border, okay? So then this is amazing. And they're saying that this is going to cost the city $53 million. In how long? In 30 days? Suppose that 100,000 people, you give them $13 a day for 30 days times 12, right? If I'm not mistaken on the math. After I did my math, it was $39 million. So in a year, okay? So I don't know. It's going to be more, right? So who's going to pay for those $39 million? Who? You guys, taxpayers. So this is amazing. Meanwhile, you come across the border, they let you in. You file asylum, they let you in. And then you get a work permit that lasts at least 5 years. Because if you claim asylum, you're gonna have to wait a long time for the case to be heard, to face an immigration judge, because they're all backlogged, they're all busy, they're swamped, too many people, too many asylees. So these people are gonna be working in the US, live and work in the US legally with a work permit until they face a judge, and that could take up to 7 years. So with the work permit, they can work, they can get free housing sometimes, because New York City is a magnet. I think they have different rules compared to some other counties. No matter where you come from, you can get free housing, free assistance, and nobody gets it. Nobody else, just those people. So then, instead of going to the US Embassy to ask for a visa to come to the US, instead of doing that, why don't you just go to the border and come right in the US, go to New York City? Because to obtain a visitor visa, the US visitor visa, to get it, it's very difficult. It's impossible. Sometimes they don't give it to you. Maybe 5% of the applicants gets the visa, right? And these people, they come in, free ride, come inside, and voila, you live like a king. Better than American people and legal residents, and also people that have been here for a very long time. So I don't understand why they do that. I don't know what's the reason behind it, but it is crazy. Mayor Adams is saying that this is a New York City rule, New York City law, so he has to follow the law. What kind of law is that? It needs to be revised. It needs to be revised. Something wrong with this one, right? So people here paying taxes every day, working hard. I work 2 jobs myself. I work 2 jobs to support my family. But if I go to New York City and ask for those kind of treatment, they would not give it to me. They'd be like, you're not eligible. So I don't know what's going on. Meanwhile, and also let's talk about the humanitarian parole for Haiti, Honduras, Nicaragua, and also Cuba, and there's another country. Those countries, they are on humanitarian parole. Apparently 1 million people came in already. So this is how it works. If you have a relative that's sponsoring you for a green card, that file an I-130 petition. So the I-130 petition is the petition for alien relative, all right? Suppose that any US citizen or a permanent resident can sponsor a relative, either brother or sister, son over 21, married son over 21, and etc. Except for the immediate relative. Immediate relative is different. But this one, the humanitarian parole focus only on the second preference, okay? So suppose that a US citizen sponsor brothers and sisters that are in those countries: Nicaragua, Venezuela, Haiti, Cuba. Those people can come to the US right away after their I-130 petition is approved. They can come to the US and wait here until their priority date is current, because it's a second preference, so you have to wait for your priority date is current. So for the brothers and sisters, if they had to wait in their country until their priority date is current, they would have to wait 20 years. So that's what the visa bulletin say. They would have to wait 20 years instead of coming to the US. But now they can come to the US and get work authorization under the humanitarian parole and stay here for 20 years until their priority date is current, and then they can apply for a green card. So then what about the other peoples, the rest of the countries? People from India, people from anywhere else, Middle East, any different countries other than the humanitarian parole countries. Those people, they've been waiting for 20 years. Some people couldn't even make it by then, right? So it's kind of not fair what they're doing now, with Latin America and stuff like that. I'm not against none of this stuff, though. I'm just highlighting points, like as I mentioned. But this is the humanitarian parole. That's how it is. This year, in 2023, they had like over 1 million people came in under that humanitarian parole. Okay. And now in New York City now, I would say the people are going to multiply every day, because they keep on coming in every day, keep on coming in. And also now, once they get here, they file asylum, and then they go to New York City. And from New York City, they can get free housing, free money, free food, free everything pretty much, because they don't work. They cannot work yet, so they have to wait until they get their work permit so they can work. I even heard that the New York State Governor, Kathy Hochul, want to give those people with the work permit a civil service job. So that's amazing. People here, they've been looking for that kind of job, civil service job, but they can't get it. It's very difficult to get a civil service job. It's very hard. So now she's trying to get them a job in the city, civil service job in New York State. So what kind of work they're going to do, right? Are they going to pick up garbage, maybe? Like any type of job that no one want to do? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But my point is that this is what's happening, with New York City right now. All these migrants, they're getting $13 a day on a prepaid card. And I don't think they're going to pay taxes on those cards, because once they swipe the card, the system will recognize that it's a city money. So they'll be exempted for the taxes. So they're not paying any taxes, right? Because there's a special company that's called Mobility Capital Finance. They're the one that are taking care of the transactions of those cards. So that's Mobility Capital Finance will recognize that this card is a prepaid card from the New York City. So they're not going to pay taxes. They're not. Because I know that sometime on a Snap card, you don't pay any taxes. You don't even pay for the bag. Like now the bag is 5 cents. A lot of people don't. So, it's amazing. And now let's see what else. It says the Post first report that the program could cost the city more than $53 million. So that's over a year, probably. That's what I'm thinking. They didn't specify. And they're saying that the program would replace non-perishable food boxes given to migrant families staying in hotels like the Roosevelt Hotel. Everybody know about the Roosevelt Hotel. It's a 5-star hotel, like very high class. And they house migrants in that hotel. So they have a nice life, really. Those hotels are very nice in New York City. Nice view, view on the Hudson, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know where that hotel is in New York City, but I'm sure it has a nice aerial view, right? So guys, New York City is a sort of paradise. It's a sort of paradise for certain people. So if you want to live well, just go to New York City and ask for those benefits. Okay, here it says New York City has allocated $53 million to the pilot program, which officials say will save $600,000 per month on 7.2 million annually. Save the city. This is amazing. I don't even know what they're talking about here. Anyway, you break it down if you really understand what this is. I'm going to post the entire article on the description below so you can see it, okay? So again, guys, I get my news from reliable sources, okay? Very reliable sources. Right now, only Fox News will give you what's happening, will tell you the truth, what's happening in New York City and then the migrant crisis, okay? If you want to get accurate informations, Fox News, they'll give you everything. I'm sure some other channels like CNN will give you some information as well, but Fox News will give you reliable informations. So I get my news from a reliable source. So if you want to have great news, reliable news, tune in on this channel, Immigration USA. I'll give you all the breakdown. And let's keep on checking this guy. As I mentioned, you can check out the entire script down below on the description of this video, and please don't forget to subscribe, of course, smash that notification bell for more videos so you can be notified. Okay, and then it says officials hope that using the cards at the area retailer will help stimulate the city's economy. How is that possible? Okay, you giving out money to gain a little bit. Okay, so I mean, I don't know. It's not gonna happen. This is impossible. And they say city officials hope, which means that it might not even happen. So, and it says that the pilot program is a success. They would consider expanding the program to all migrant families staying in hotels. So until now, they're still staying in a hotel. So they have free housing right now. They got free food with SNAP, and also they got cash money, so they can go out buy necessities like cigarettes, and I'm sure they're gonna purchase alcohol and everything with that money, And some people here in the U.S., they cannot have that kind of miscellaneous. We don't have that. All right, they don't give us free $13 a day. I would take it if they give it to me because it's gonna be helpful. I can go out and buy 2 biggie bags from Wendy's for my children. I mean, it's very beautiful. It's a nice treatment, guys. So you should go to New York City and take advantage of this offer. And then it says the migrants crisis remains a big concern. New York City estimates that the cost of caring for migrants is expected to reach $12 billion over the next 3 years. Who would do that? What city does that? All right. Don't go to Florida, don't go to Texas, because you're not going to get that. Only in New York, right? So guys, this is it, man. This is crazy. This is what's happening in New York City. This is the news that I got for you guys today. So please, I come back with more. As soon as I get more, I come back. And guys, this is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and smash that notification bell for more videos. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.